This fitting song is called the Popcorn Song. It was actually written in 1969.
We're gonna roast some coffee.
Yeah, he roasts his own green coffee.
Cafe con Leche. While there are many ways to roast your own coffee beans, this is an effective cost savings option. Not only is it fun to do, but it makes for a very tasty coffee. At-home roasting with vintage popcorn machines has grown more and more popular over the last 20 years. This is a West Bend Poppery vintage popcorn machine from the 1970s, and it roasts perfectly for a nice dark roast, Cuban coffee style. As you watch it roast, the husk of the coffee floats up in a way. This is referred to as the coffee chaff.
That is so cool.
It's important to clean this up as it
amazing.
can be flammable if built up inside the machine. Why roast your own? Well, green, unroasted coffee is very durable and has a very long shelf life. This is due to the hard outer shell of the bean itself. It's a very hard outer shell. But once roasted, whole coffee beans have a much shorter shelf life. Oxygen, sunlight, excess moisture affects the taste and quality of the coffee.
You want the beans to have some movement once you put them in, so you don't want to fill it up too much where the beans don't move. If you get too many beans in there, you'll actually burn it.
Ground store-bought coffee is even worse. It will go stale after a short amount of time, usually within a week. The taste deteriorates every single day, even if stored in a sealed container.
So when the hulls start coming off, or the husks start coming off, that's actually considered to be like the first crack on coffee. And we're actually going to roast ours with the second crack, where the heart of the coffee bean is actually going to start popping out.
Oh, wow.
This is how you can make fresh coffee at home. These West Bend poppers, we started doing this about 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, and the West Bend popper, I think the first one I bought off of eBay was $9 or $10. And I think this last one we bought here, we bought a year and a half ago. I think we paid $125. So they've gotten much more popular because people roast coffee with these.
Yeah.
There's a couple different wattages of these. The brown and tan units are the higher wattage unit, and you need to get the higher wattage unit. The lower wattage units will not roast the coffee dark enough, unless you like a light roast.
And recommendation, do this outside, obviously.
Yeah, it puts off quite a bit of smoke once it gets rolled in.
Roasted coffee beans, ready to rock. And completely organic, correct?
Organic. We're using the West Bend Air Poppery popcorn pop. These were very popular back in the 1970s. They've become very popular in the previous years as coffee roasters. There are a couple models of these. You definitely want to get the higher wattage one to be able to roast coffee. The smaller units that are all over the place.
So this is from the this is from the 70s.
It's from the 70s. Yeah.
No kidding.
We buy a lot of these. I presume they probably come from an estate sale because most of these we get look brand new when we start. They don't look brand new after you roast coffee with them for a while, but they look brand new when we get the majority of these things. And we've gone through 5 or 10 roasters through the years of using this.
Yeah. So always do this outside, folks.
This is very popular among a lot of people. There's lots of people who do artesian coffee now who started off with a West Bend popper. I mean, we talk to people all the time who do this.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm 46 and I've never heard of this before. So I'm learning something new.
Most people that come around, it's brand new to them also. Water's a big component to coffee, to good tasting coffee. If you can take the exact same coffee, the exact same coffee pot, the exact same stove, and change water, 2 different waters, and you'll have 2 different kinds of coffee.
That's amazing, man. That's cool. Check this out, y'all. It's literally like roasting the beans and throwing the, what do you call them? Pedicules?
The husks or the
The
hulls.
husks? The holes.
That's actually called, we're in the first crack right now. And we're gonna roast to the second crack. We do a dark roast. And the second crack is about as dark as you wanna go. And the second crack, it'll start actually spitting the hearts of the coffee bean out.
Wow. Watch this, y'all.
Xandro, go G.
Look at this dog,
Go
y'all.
G. Good
He's
boy.
a good
There.
boy. He's a good boy. Holy crap. All right, so watch this, y'all. He's got his roasted coffee beans. And they smell.
And that is a dark roast called like a city roast.
Oh wow, that is cool. That is cool.
And that is the art of roasting coffee. Not much to it. Actually pretty simple.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing.
So yeah, after learning more about how to home roast your own coffee, I decided to venture out for the day and explore the area of Bahia Honda and Big Pine Key in the Florida Keys. I returned back to a wonderful dinner, followed by an epic sunset on the water. So now we're about to make this coffee.
High tech.
So you just ground those grounds down, like grind it down, right?
Yep. That's all there is to it.
What
That is
what is this?
that is an Leche. It is an Leche coffee maker. Brand. Yeah, made in Italy.
Interesting. You just let it heat up.
Yep.
A moka pot is a proper way to make bold, rich coffee. Here they are using an Italian Leche. A moka pot, also known as a stovetop coffee maker, uses basic physics to achieve a perfectly brewed cup of coffee. It consists of 3 chambers, one for water, one for the coffee grounds, and one for the finished blend.
The slower you go on it, the stronger the coffee will be. Because the slower it comes through the ground.
When the moka pot is placed on the stove, the water heats up and generates
Oh,
steam.
yeah.
This increases the pressure in the bottom chamber and pushes the water up through the coffee granules and into the top chamber, where it is ready to be poured.
Oh yeah, got it. That's amazing. Look at that.
When we originally shopped for these things, for a coffee maker, we'd gone up to Bed Bath & Beyond,
Yeah.
and I got Mr. Espresso. It was some young kid. I mean, and you don't want coffee, do you, Jen?
No.
Okay. You want coffee?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We had some young kid, and he was Mr. Espresso. I mean, we asked him about, we were looking for like an Italian coffee maker, and he takes us over and he's showing us all these espresso machines, and he knew everything about them. And
Yeah.
I'm standing there, and all of a sudden I look on the end cap of the aisle, and I see not the Leche, but I see the Boletti ones that we were looking for, and I said, "Hey," I said, "Oh, there's right there's what I want." Well, he's showing us $600 espresso makers.
Wow.
and I pick up the $29, $29 one, and he had such a shocked look on his face. I felt so bad. I felt so bad that we bought a $300 one, also, along with the $29 one.
Is that agave?
Yep, agave nectar.
Nice.
This is actually in like something a container from Publix, but we actually use Wilderness Family's agave nectar. Buy it by the 5-gallon bucket.
Right. Yeah.
Cream.
Do it again. Heavy whipping cream.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's what gives it the real rich taste. The real rich flavor.
Oh yes. Look at that. Wow. This is phenomenal.
And as soon as I read that, Bahia Hotel in Fort Lauderdale, I said, that was that soap. Because I remember I loved the smell of that there.
Smelled good, by the way.